Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta and today I will be showing you guys all of my Looxi Beauty highlighters. I think I'm missing one from my collection, but it's not one that I use a lot, so sorry, I'm not at home right now. I just have this one. So the shade that I'm missing is Pandora. I can throw up a picture of it right now so you can see how that one looks like. I do not have all of the highlighters. I basically have all the ones that look good on really fair skin tone, except from this one, but this one I use as an eyeshadow. So I think I will just go ahead and swatch all of them. Since I'm just doing, I'm not doing a look or anything, I will just go ahead and swatch them for you guys and talk about the colors, I guess. But there's not too much to say about them all, but yeah, these are at least the highlighters that I use the most. It's my go-to highlighting palette and I really do love my Looxi Beauty highlighters. So I'll just go, I think I will just do 4 at a time, and I will turn down the lighting a bit because it's really hard to see the shifts in the colors with too bright lights here. This first one is called Celestial. Then it's the shade High Society here. Then it's White Noise. And the last in the row is the shade Stripped. So Celestial, High Society, White Noise, and Stripped. So as you can see, Celestial, the first one, is a little bit more of a cool toned, like super cool toned gold, almost a mix between a gold and a silver. Then the second one, High Society, is a bit more of a peachy to white highlighter. It's one of my most used ones, I think. It just goes very well to my skin tone and I just love the shift. It looks a little bit warm, and the base, the fact that it's white, it matches my fair skin tone quite well. And then it's the shade White Noise. It's not really easy to see here, but it does have a pale pink shift to it. But it's kind of hard to see because it's next to the shade Stripped, which has a very bright pink shift. So that's Celestial, High Society, White Noise, and Stripped. I'll just swatch the last shades in the row by themselves. This is the shade Valley Girl. It's just a stunning bright coral shade with lots of gold going throughout it. And if you're like really dark skin tone, I think this could be nice. If you don't want to use it as a highlight, you can use it as an eyeshadow or maybe as a blush topper, but for fair skin tones I think it's way too pigmented, because as you can see it's got a lot of color and pigment in it. But I really like this one as an eyeshadow. I just have it in my highlighting palette because it's not the same size as my other eyeshadows, so I just prefer to have it here. For the second row we have the White to Gold Stiletto. We have Tragic right here. Then we have the shade Mimosa that I had to repress because it fell and I broke it. Then it's the shade Goddess that I've already reached pan on actually. So here we have Stiletto. It's a very bright yellow, but it has a white base to it. Then we have the shade here, which is one of my absolute favorites, I think. It's just such a nice sheen on the skin. It's called Tragic, and it sort of shifts between, I don't think you see it that well, but it shifts between like green and pink, and it's not super sparkly, so I really do like that one. Then here it's Mimosa. It's also one of my favorites. It's just such a stunning pale gold for lighter skin tones like mine. And the last one here, I've just used this during the summer honestly because it's a little too dark, but it gives you a very nice pinkish warm sheen. It's a little bit rosy, I would say, at least on my skin tone. But this one would be a great highlight if you're a light to medium or maybe even dark, I'm not sure. At least if you blend it out and don't have it too pigmented so that you can see a lighter cast behind it. The last one in the second row is the shade Ever After, which is a gorgeous purple highlight. So as you can see, it has a very it has a nude base to it, so it's also very nice for my skin tone. And it does have a light purple shift. So I really like all of these because they're like so multi-dimensional. And this one is a little bit more if you want to make a statement, I think, but I do use it from time to time if I have a purple eyeshadow look. So now we're already on the last row. This one is the shade Glass Slipper. It's one of the newest highlights from Looxi Beauty. And here we have the shade Voodoo, which is one of their OG ones, I think. Then we have the shade Wicked and Luna. So these are quite similar, so I do have, like the two last ones are quite similar, and I do have one on each side of my face so we can see the difference. And honestly, there's not too much of a difference. So this is Glass Slipper. As you can see, it's very pigmented. And it's also, I mean, it's a little bit like High Society, but a bit more cool toned, a bit more green. And if you compare it with Stiletto, you also see that it's a bit more green. But I really like that one. I've used it so much after I got it. And also Voodoo here. It's basically a white to almost minty green. And I've used that quite a lot too, because it's not like a terrifying green. It's a way more wearable green. And it has a nudish, I mean, you can barely see it when I twist my arm. You can't really see it. But then when the light hits it, you can totally see it. So I really, really like that one. And then these two bluish ones, we have Wicked, and then we have Luna. So as you can see, they're super similar. I just feel like Wicked is a little bit more on the blue side, whilst Luna is a little bit more purple. And you can see a bit of a difference in the base, but not really much. I just feel like maybe the first one, Wicked, has a bit more of a transparent base, whereas the other one has a bit more color in the base. But it's really hard to see the difference, honestly. And I have this one, Wicked, I have here. I'll zoom you in so you can see. So this one is Wicked. And here I have the shade Luna. So honestly, you can't really see the difference. But I like both of them, so I'm happy to have both. And then I have the last highlight, which I just got during the Black Friday sale. And it reminds me a little bit of Mimosa, just a little bit darker. And this one is called Bombshell. So it's a very peachy goldy shade, which I think is maybe a little bit too dark for me as of right now. As you can see, it has way more depth. It reminds me a little bit also of Goddess, just more gold. So this one is more if I'm just going to like blend it out as a highlight, or when I mean, it looks really dark right now. Is it even going to fit me in the summer? I don't know. Well, at least I still have it. So I did have another one too that I don't really remember the name of, but it was way too dark for me, so I just gave it away to a friend, because I didn't really see the point of keeping it when I couldn't use it. Because even though I could have used it as an eyeshadow, I have so many eyeshadows, so why should I be starting to use big pans of highlighters as eyeshadows, you know? Except from this one, because this is so special. So yeah, I will just take a small round and tell you which ones are which. So to start with, it's Celestial, High Society, then it's White Noise, we have Stripped, Valley Girl, then it is the shade Stiletto, Tragic here. Can't really see the difference, but here is Tragic. Then here we have the shade Mimosa, Goddess, Ever After, Glass Slipper, Voodoo, Wicked, Luna, and Bombshell. So I don't know how long I should show you these, but I just feel like I always like to show the swatches and to watch swatches for longer than people show them, so I will just try to show you them in different angles so you can see. Okay, so that is all of the different highlighters that I have from Looxi, except from the shade Pandora, which I even ordered twice because I didn't know that I had it, but then I had it, and I tried to order it a third time as well, but I managed to catch it before they shipped the package, so luckily I got to switch it out to another one. But yeah, I don't know, I don't even use it much, and I've almost ordered it 3 times. It's so... oh, I don't understand myself sometimes. But I will list all of these in the order that I swatched them underneath in my description box. Some of them are discontinued, but she often brings them back during her sales. For example, for Halloween or for Black Friday, she had a lot of them back. So, I mean, a lot of them are also available. Let me just have a look at them and see, because I think the only ones that are not available are White Noise, but that one was back for the sale. Then I'm not sure about Valley Girl, but I think it's still available. Then it's the shade Tragic, which I have a huge dent in. It's such a beautiful, more natural highlight. That one also came back though, so I was like, should I buy another one? But she'll probably bring it back another time, so I might just buy a backup of that one. And I'm not sure if any of the other ones are actually discontinued. Maybe it's just those 2, but at least they will come back. I can't promise it, but usually they do. So that's all of the different highlighters that I have from Looxi. I hope it was helpful for me to swatch all of these for you. Obviously they will probably look different on different skin tones because I'm very pale, so it's like almost to have a white base for them. But yeah, if you're fair or very light, then these will probably look very similar on you like they do to me. And I do feel like they're quite unique, and I'm really happy to have all of them, and I'm probably going to buy more if she comes out with some new ones. So thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you have some of these or if you have some of them on your wish list. And please like this video if it was helpful or if you just liked to see the different swatches, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Can